Well, folks, the pink Tesla has a broken windshield, and we need to replace it. So I'm headed over to a Toyota dealership right now before I go to get the windshield replaced, because they have a Porsche Macan GTS that I'm interested in, because I'm going to be replacing the M2 here shortly. The Macan was in decent shape. It was the front was beat up, paint chips, door dings. Wheels were all good, engine looked good, interior was nice. We'll see what we end up doing there, but for $55,000, I don't know. All right, well, off to the Tesla service center. My windshield is broken. I'm going to explain to you guys the steps you have to go through to replace your Tesla windshield. I'm going through the process of doing it through Tesla. I'm in Arizona. I know Blue Chip Auto or Blue Chip Auto Glass, whatever they're called, they also can do Tesla windshields. But I just wanted to go through the process that everyone is going to experience, and that's going through the app and going to a Tesla service center. That way I could break it down for you in a quick video. The first thing I want to tell you about is the process with my insurance company. Because Tesla now offers insurance in a lot of states, they are not taking third-party insurance checks. What I had to do was talk to my insurance agent, show them the quote that Tesla sent me within the app, say, here's the quote, here's the pricing, and then what my insurance did, State Farm, they are cutting me a check and I will have that within 15 days. So I'm just gonna pay for the bill with a credit card and then I'll get the check from State Farm and that'll balance that out. Also, I found it very funny. My insurance agent goes, I'll tell you what, Tesla, they're just unbelievable. It's almost like a cult. And she said it in a way and I was like, does this lady watch my videos? Is she messing with me? And I was laughing. I'm like, it is a cult, but I'm a member, so do what we say. So they're gonna cut a check and all that stuff, and that worked out fine. It'd be interesting to see what the process was if you had Tesla insurance. We're pulling up to the, little STI pulling out of the Tesla lot. Love it. Tesla Nation coming in for a quick cult meeting and we'll be good to go. Good morning, pigs. So I scheduled my appointment through the app on April 27th. The most convenient appointment for me, May 4th at 10:45 a.m. And the service of the windshield was completed the following day, May 5th at around 3 p.m. Now, all of this was scheduled through the app on the phone, which is convenient for some things, but it would be nice to have a number to call the service center for other things, but they're just kind of, again, remember, it's the cult. You follow the lead, you shut your mouth, you get in line, and you do what they say. So I was like, So there's two things we need to discuss from here. There's quality of service and the cost of the service. Both of those are always a concern with Tesla owners, especially because the cars are still so new. You don't know what certain things cost, and that's what we're going to get into. But in order to mitigate these costs, and because of the tumultuous markets, we're gonna turn to our sponsor, Masterworks. With the way markets are today, I find myself constantly looking for ways to diversify my investments. So when Masterworks approached me for a collaboration, I was intrigued. They were founded in 2017 by an art collector and since then have grown to over 325,000 users on their investment platform. When you see a piece of art from Picasso or Banksy or Andy Warhol, shout out Pittsburgh, you can't possibly imagine owning one because they cost millions of dollars a piece. So what Masterworks has done is purchased a bunch of these pieces of art, very expensive, and based on trends and appreciation, they will sell at an optimal time to get money back to you, the investor. Additionally, contemporary art pieces have outpaced the S&P 500 by 164% from 1995 to 2021, compared to even some of the poorest performances of the market getting only a 5% annual return. The total wealth held in art is currently $1.7 trillion, and Deloitte expects it to grow by an additional $900 billion by 2026. So it's still a good time to get into this market and see good return on your investments. So if you want to skip the wait list, you can go down to the link in my bio and sign up for Masterworks. It takes less than 60 seconds and you'll be able to pick from various pieces of artwork to invest in. And I just think this is a really cool investment tool outside of everything else that is out there. Diversifying your portfolio is never a bad thing. You can put in as little or as much as you want. And Masterworks, thank you for sponsoring the video. Now back to the broken windshield. We're gonna start with the quality of the service that I received. So everything I did was through the app. There were no phone calls. Quality of service. did a great job. You know, I was expecting to get the car back with handprints and all kinds of stuff all over the inside of this car, because that's been my previous experience. I think everyone puts their hand at the Tesla factory. You go in, you put your, oh there, hi bud. You put your hand not on a poodle, you put it on the dirty floor, and then you rub it through customers' cars so they can complain. That's what I thought they did. The A-pillars are perfect. I don't know if those were replaced and they're brand new, because they look brand. Let's do a smell test. Smells like Elon's underwear. I don't know if they're new or not, but they look brand new. There are no marks. There are no additional marks across the headliner. The windshield was placed perfectly. The car was returned to me better than when I gave it to them. And I'm not just talking about the crack in the windshield. I'm talking about overall. I mean, they did a really nice job. So on top of that, Uber credits, because they didn't have any rental cars. Now, my previous experience with Tesla, I was able to get a loaner car before. I told them, because I was in medical device sales and I needed a car. So I told them, look, I need a car. Can we schedule it out to where I absolutely have a car? And we were able to make that work. So my recommendation to you is, if you need to have a loaner car, just work it out with the service center and say, hey, look, I need a car for my job or whatever. Can we make this work? Now, this is your other option. I said, I do need Uber credit. I said, I need a loaner car. They said, we don't have one. They said, okay, we can give you Uber credits. I said, that's fine. They gave you a $200 Uber credit. The second you pull into the service center, they have geofencing around there to notify the app that you're there, and you get a message and you have your $200 Uber voucher in the messages in the Tesla app. So you click that, takes you into your Uber app, and $200 is loaded to your account. Now, the question that I immediately asked myself is, when I went into the Uber app, which I haven't been in a while, I was like, I wonder if this is good for Uber Eats. It is not. I also felt like, since I do own some shares in Tesla, I own 20 billion in Tesla stock. I did think to myself, I don't want to take advantage of this for no reason just because I have it. But it was really nice. So that's loaded into your account, went home, and then the next day went back to the dealership, went back to Tesla to pick up my car. So the Uber credits worked great. And I think that's a good solution if there is a shortage of cars, they don't have enough. It worked totally fine for me. And I think for most people that will work. $200 is a lot, and Uber's expensive right now. I think I used about $75 worth of credit. That worked out perfectly, and I was happy with it. The other thing to note is I have a zero deductible glass on my car, so I pay nothing when I break a windshield. So in this case, the process that I had to go through was my insurance company. I let them know, hey, my windshield's broke. I'm taking it to Tesla. They pushed back a little bit and said, well, we're not going to be paying what Tesla says, because remember, they're not there to help you. They're there to make a profit for their shareholders. So I had to fight back. I had to fight for my cult. So my agent said, look, I mean, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for this and we'll reimburse you. So we got an adjuster on the line. I had the summary sent to me from Tesla. So the summary was sent to me from Tesla. I gave all the information to the adjuster, which with my insurance agent on the phone, they're cutting me a check that I will have in less than 15 days. So that was the process that I went through. I just used my credit card, paid out of pocket for it, and I'm being reimbursed by my insurance. I verified that up front before getting the windshield replaced. Do not just go get your windshield replaced and then give the bill to your insurance company. I would address that all first to make sure you're covered, especially to be using your policy. An interesting thing that my insurance agent said, she said, she's been an insurance agent for 25 years. And she said, now the total cost was like $1,300. I'll have it on the screen. It's like $1,300 to have the windshield replaced with labor and parts. She goes, there's no way that I could afford to pay for that out of pocket. What? You're an insurance agent. You own your agency. How can you not pay $1,300? Why do you work if you can't pay for that out of your pocket? That's insane. She's like, I couldn't have paid for that out of my pocket. I'm like, well, then you should quit. So anyways, that's it. Video complete. We're going to get this retinted at dynamic tint. I'm probably going to do a ceramic 50 or 70. We're actually going to show all the different levels of tint in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. I did move, so I have a 3-car garage now. It's a mess right now because we're redoing the floors. We're charging up, need to get a new charger. This is, I think it's called the 520 adapter. It's not a freezer. Getting 7 miles per hour of charge, which I thought was pretty good for just having that regular outlet. Mick's just chilling. Yep. And also, I just rented my M2 out on Turo for the first time, so I have a funny story coming up on that. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you want or don't. It's up to you, it's your world, baby. Also, check out this video right here. It's a road trip video I did with the Mustang Mach-E versus the pink Tesla Model Y. I think there was some good information in there. And also, this is a new design. This is modern design here, microfiber on jack. Call it the mic jack.